Of all the biblical books you could study, why bother with Amos? Your first job would be just finding it. I mean, the Minor Prophets isn't the most well-worn section of my Bible. But the search would be worth it because Amos is a book with a timeless message. The prophet Amos called out to the people of Israel at a critical time in its history, as they stood at a fork in the road, with their choice determining whether the nation flourished or failed. For Israel, the choice boiled down to whether the people of God were going to live out their covenant principles or submit to a life of exploitation, greed, and indifference. Today we might say that Amos called Israel to a life of social justice. You hear a lot about social justice these days. It's a staple of campus posters and protests, and of social media diatribes and doxing. It seems that not a meeting of international leaders goes by that isn't dominated by crowds of angry protesters clogging the streets. But is that all there is to social justice? As Christians, how do we sort out what social justice means for us? And through history and today, who have been the most effective and diligent advocates of social justice? Are these social justice warriors? Is this guy? How about him? This course on Amos and social justice at Knox College looks at the topic from three angles. First, we'll go through the book of Amos section by section to understand what Amos preached, why it was important, and what it might mean for us today. In addition, we'll look at the history of the church to chart its successes and failures as it's worked to promote social justice in the world. Finally, students will explore a church-related social justice ministry and share their impressions with each other so that together we'll get a sense of how a commitment to social justice can be nurtured in individual congregations. The course wraps up with a street orientation in downtown Toronto that'll raise your awareness of the needs and opportunities around social justice that exist in our own city. So, if you want to study an obscure prophet whose message still resonates and can change the course of your future ministry, then you need to come here for the course KNB3232, Bible in Context, Amos and Social Justice, with me, Brian Irwin. We'll see you there.